If you just heard about this newest crypto scandal, you may wonder what in the world is going on. Who is Sam Bankman-Fried, and what did he do to draw the ire of so many people? For years, Sam Bankman-Fried, known as SBF, founder of FTX crypto exchange, was praised as a virtuous crypto entrepreneur. He was known as a philanthropist who wanted to give away half of his money, and as an advocate for using science to find the best ways to help others. SBF's reputation has been almost completely destroyed. FTX has filed for bankruptcy, and billions of dollars worth of crypto withdrawals have been frozen within it. SBF himself is now under criminal investigation in the Bahamas, and Fox News has reported that authorities may extradite him to the U.S. Prior to the week of November 6 to 12, SBF was also the richest crypto investor in the world, having attained a net worth of over $20.9 billion. But in just 1 week, his wealth plummeted by $16 billion. The rise of Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. As the crypto market boomed, so did Bankman-Fried's wealth. Forbes placed the then 29-year-old's net worth at $26.5 billion. It wasn't long until he caught the attention of mainstream media outlets with his hefty political contributions. Sam Bankman-Fried first shot to fame in crypto circles in 2018 when he claimed his hedge fund, Alameda Research, secured impressive 10% daily gains on million-dollar Bitcoin arbitrage trades between Japan and the U.S. By 2019, Bankman-Fried was building FTX, a crypto exchange he said would rival the show exchanges Alameda traded on. Within 3 months of its launch, FTX had up to $200 million in daily volume and conducted Know Your Customer services on over 10,000 clients, per a report from the blog. Bankman-Fried was a major donor to President Joe Biden's 2020 campaign, and his effective altruism philosophy. Bankman-Fried quickly became crypto's go-to spokesperson, and FTX went from strength to strength. It added some of the venture industry's most venerable players to its cap table, including Sequoia, Lightspeed, Tiger Global, and BlackRock, and nabbed a series of significant marketing deals. Those ranged from a Super Bowl ad spot to the naming rights for NBA team Miami Heat's arena. By late 2021, FTX ranked as the second leading exchange in crypto derivatives after Binance. FTX also secured a valuation of $32 billion and counted many of the industry's top traders and companies as customers, including Galaxy Digital, QCP Capital, and Amber Group. FTX quickly drew the interest of VC crypto investors. Binance invested a stake in the company 6 months after it launched, and in January 2022, right after the crypto boom had peaked, FTX raised $400 million in Series C funding. These investments put the company at a $32 billion valuation, allowing SBF's share to catapult him into the number one position for richest crypto investor. By the time the venture capitalists had put in their final round of funding, FTX had grown to be the second largest cryptocurrency exchange by volume. Its leveraged derivative products were extremely popular with traders, and it had become so popular that only Binance had higher volumes. SBF's net worth and celebrity both surged along the way, and before long he was estimated to have a $26 billion fortune. He celebrated his success by palling around on stage with Brady and model Gisele Bündchen, then Brady's wife, at FTX's own Crypto Bahamas conference, which also featured the likes of Bill Clinton and Tony Blair. Bankman-Fried subscribed to the theory of effective altruism, essentially attempting to earn as much as he could through FTX and crypto trading to eventually give it all away and benefit the world. He also said he might spend up to $1 billion on political donations in the run-up to the 2024 presidential election, but eventually backtracked from that claim. And when the crypto industry stumbled earlier this year, he very publicly stepped in to bail out insolvent firms like Voyager Digital and BlockFi, who had exposure to Terra's UST and Luna. In August, SBF said on Decrypt's Scam podcast that bailing out Voyager Digital was probably $70 million down the drain. He was nonchalant about bailing out Voyager and did not appear to expect the funds to be returned. Basically, there's $70 million that we knew we would maybe never see again, he told Decrypt. I do feel like we have a responsibility to seriously consider stepping in, even if it is at a loss to ourselves, to stem contagion, Bankman-Fried previously told NPR, even if we weren't the ones who caused it or weren't involved in it. I think that's what's healthy for the ecosystem, and I want to do what can help it grow and thrive. But as they say, what goes up must come down. The fall of FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. From November 2 to 11, 2022, a series of events led to the collapse of FTX and SBF's fortune. November 2, CoinDesk report. On November 2, a whistleblower at Alameda Research leaked its balance sheet to the crypto news site CoinDesk. The document showed that Alameda had a significant portion of its assets invested in FTT, which is the native coin of FTX exchange. This led to speculation that Alameda may be insolvent and that the company may be covering up its bad accounting position with tokens that FTX was printing out of thin air. November 5 to 6, Binance sells FTT. By the time the CoinDesk report was issued, Binance had already sold its equity in FTX and had received FTT in return. On November 5, over $580 million worth of FTT was moved from a wallet to a Binance account. The following day, Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, known as CZ, admitted publicly that this transaction had been initiated by Binance. He announced that Binance was selling all of its FTT due to recent revelations. The total amount that would be sold would be $2.1 billion worth. CZ said that the sell-off would be done slowly so as to have minimal market impact. November 7, bank run is revealed. On November 7, crypto analytics firm Nansen revealed that over $451 million worth of stablecoin had been withdrawn from FTX over the past 7 days. This news caused panic among FTX users and led to even faster withdrawals. Some customers were complaining that their withdrawals were taking a long time to process. November 8, Binance offers to buy out FTX. On November 8, Sam Bankman-Fried admitted that FTX was suffering a liquidity crunch and that it had asked Binance to bail it out. CZ stated that Binance had entered a letter of intent to buy FTX, but that due diligence had not been performed and he could still pull out of the deal. November 9, the deal falls through. On November 9, CZ stated that he would not be buying FTX thanks to the latest news reports regarding mishandled customer funds and alleged U.S. agency investigations. The FTX website went offline for 9 hours. When it came back up, the front page contained a warning not to deposit because the exchange was having trouble processing withdrawals. Millions of dollars of assets were owed to customers and could not be withdrawn, including $30 million owed to CoinShares, $18.1 million owed to crypto exchange Bit, a significant amount owed to Galois Capital, and unknown amounts to various users who had failed to withdraw before the withdrawals stopped. November 10 to 11, SBF apologizes and FTX files for bankruptcy. On November 10, SBF posted an apology tweet thread. On November 11, he resigned from FTX and the exchange filed for bankruptcy. Contagion spreads. The FTX collapse caused a contagion to spread through the crypto market, hitting major firms like Sequoia Capital, Genesis Global Capital, Blockfeed, and Gemini. It also caused the crypto market as a whole to crash, pushing Bitcoin below $16,000 for the first time since 2020. Sam Bankman-Fried's net worth collapse. Because so much of Sam Bankman-Fried's assets were tied up in FTX equity, Fortune magazine estimated that he lost $16 billion in net worth. Arrest charges against Bankman-Fried. Bahamian authorities arrested Bankman-Fried on December 12, 2022, and jailed him in connection with multiple fraud charges involving FTX, including those stemming from an indictment from the U.S. Attorney of the Southern District of New York. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said when announcing the charges against the former CEO that it was one of the largest financial crimes in American history. New FTX CEO Ray told the U.S. House Committee on December 13 that FTX practiced no bookkeeping. He added it was old-fashioned embezzlement. Bankman-Fried was extradited to the U.S., then indicted by U.S. District Court in Manhattan on 8 counts, including securities fraud and money laundering. Following a court hearing on December 22, a federal judge decided to release Bankman-Fried from custody after his attorneys and federal prosecutors agreed to a $250 million bond, the largest in history. The 30-year-old former crypto executive will live with his Stanford law professor parents in Palo Alto, Calif, be confined to the Northern California area, and wear an electronic monitoring bracelet. What's going to happen next? The future of FTX as a cryptocurrency exchange is in serious jeopardy. As of mid-November 2022, withdrawals were disabled, and a notice on the FTX website says the company strongly advises against depositing. The broader consequences of the FTX fiasco for the cryptocurrency industry will take time to unfold. As the largest collapse in the short history of cryptocurrencies, FTX may further deter investors who already are cautious because of concerns about stability and security. Customers on the FTX platform may not recover their assets, potentially triggering legal action. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) and other regulators may see the collapse of FTX as justification for tightening regulatory scrutiny of cryptocurrencies, and Congress may be more inclined to step in and create new laws governing digital tokens and exchanges. A plea deal could still prove worthwhile, however, saving significant time and resources for the prosecution and the court more Senate. And with Bankman-Fried currently serving time in jail, some have speculated it may also sober him to the reality of serving time in prison, making him more likely to strike a deal.